You know, I was thinking in '63, I was in the parade, and ironically, I was on a church float and I sang the whole parade. It was a church float, and we had a church service, and our theme was the church in the Wildwood. And for an hour and a half, you remember that? And for an hour and a half to 2 hours, I was singing, "Oh, oh, come, 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 come." And I got tired of it soon, because that's all I sang, you know?
And there's a picture right back here.
Can you find me in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was on that float, and I was singing, and I thought, well, this is kind of ironic, 50 years later, that here I am to sing. Now, I want to tell you why I'm dressed this way, because I'm going to sing a song that I wrote for the bicentennial. But first, I'm going to sing an old Tom T. Hall song. And there's got to be somebody out here that went to see Tom T. Hall sing when he was in Connersville. Yeah. And so he was a struggling artist getting ready to try to make his way in the music business. And he started here. And so I would kind of think that he might be dressed this way. Now all I'm missing is a pair of Chuck Taylor shoes, because I know they didn't make New Balance then. So forgive my New Balance shoes, they were old, so maybe that counts for something. And I thought that since I was singing a song about a struggling man trying to make it in the music business, that I would sing it a cappella, because I can't afford a guitar. I asked Leonard if he'd play air guitar, and he refused. I think he's afraid he'd break a string or something, you know. So I'm going to go by myself. So with apologies to Tom T. Hall, this song is the song he dedicated to this town, and I appreciate it, and I love Tom T. Hall, and we want to honor him today with this song. I rolled into Connersville in 1961 with what was left of my last army pay. I had a letter with me from a buddy living there. He said, "You stop and see me if you're ever up this way." Well, need I say he was surprised to find me at his door with what I guess you'd call a silly grin. He said, "Where are you headed?" And I said, "I'm headed here." His mama said, "Don't stand there, you'll catch cold, just come on in." They gave me room and board, I paid a very modest fee. Then I went looking for a place to play. If you never ever had a hat and didn't wear one, then you'll know the way a country singer made a living in those days. They passed the hat. And I got to looking at my ball caps. That's why I like to sing a cappella, because I can stop. It not only gives me a break, but I can say something, you know. They passed the hat. You young kids, you know, you don't know what that means. And that's why they wore these hats like Mike and Ed have on. These ball caps now got a hole in the back, man. That all the money don't go out the back. And but the ball caps all had one size fits all, you know. Because I remember in Little League, I got the biggest size. What size you want? Whatever the biggest one you make. Because they didn't have one size fits all. Which, but passing the hat, they pass the hat, and he'd make money that way. So I'll pick up where I left off. Okay. The menu printed on the window of the bar and grill. The man said, "We're too small to have a band." I said, "Well, I'll just pick and sing and pass my hat a while." He said, "Go right ahead, but you just do the best you can." Well, after 7 hours of cheating heart and wildwood flower, I had me $7.80. I gave it to a waitress who was gonna have a baby. She said she needed just that much to help her pay the rent. Well, later on I formed a band and really hit the big time. $10 a night for working at the pines. We worked the winter gardens and some other choice night spots. Looking back, I'll have to say those were the good old times. Summer came and me and old Mitch Mitchell fished White River and caught those big old juicy channel cats. Sometimes when I'm riding on a jet plane going somewhere, I get to thinking that I'd like to live a life like that. So thank you, Connersville, and thanks to you, old Indiana. You took me in when I knew slimmer days. I won't forget you, and I hope that you will not forget me. You folks stop and see me if you're ever down this way.